Hey, it's Kent here from Apprentice Recruit, and if you're out there looking for work at the moment, we've got a stack of positions on our books at the moment, so keep watching this video. One of these opportunities could be for you. So as I mentioned in the intro there, we've got a lot of positions going with our agency right now. Anything from apprenticeships right through to qualified positions, and anything from sales to factory, you name it, we've got it coming through. So if you're out there looking for work, then we've certainly got plenty coming through our agency that you can have a look at. So I'm going to run through each of the different opportunities that we have running with our agency right now. So this might be a slightly lengthy video because we haven't done one of these for a while. But anyway, keep watching because, again, there could be a good opportunity in here for you that we don't want you to miss out on. So let's kick off. We've got a position going down in Box Hill in Victoria for one of our clients. It's for a landscape maintenance company. So they're looking for a Certificate 3 in Parks and Gardens landscape apprentice. They mainly do maintenance of high-end properties around the Melbourne region, so mainly around the Melbourne CBD. So this is a full-time position. It's an open age on this one. You will need your own license and transport to be able to get to work each day. And this one's available for an immediate start, and you will do your Certificate 3 in Parks and Gardens. So if you're really into horticulture, this is really a great opportunity and a good position to have a look at for you. We also have a residential landscaper going for one of our clients in Sumner in Brisbane. This is a permanent full-time role, and this one is doing residential construction, so more on the hardscaping and structural side of things. So if you've come from a background where you are a structural landscaper, even if you're coming from a carpentry background, then we're more than willing to have a look at your application as well. They're paying well above the award wage or salary on this one. There is a company vehicle, iPad, all the tools of the trade involved in this particular role. Even the company vehicles are brand new ones. So if you're looking to either step up your career or maybe have a look at a company that's an award-winning company that are based here in South Brisbane, then this one's certainly worth having a look at. We also have a maintenance gardener for our same client down in Melbourne, down in Box Hill. We are looking for somebody who's had a number of years experience working in the horticulture industry and is really good at their craft in doing maintenance around high-end residential homes. So again, this is a permanent full-time position. There is an opportunity for this one to be able to step into a team leader role in quite a short period of time, which then includes company vehicle and a few other perks as well. So again, permanent, full-time, Box Hill down in Victoria, and that one is available for immediate start. We may even be looking for a couple of people for that particular company. We're also looking for an electronic gate technician. So this one's a bit of an unusual one. This is for one of our clients based on the northern end of the Gold Coast. And basically they do automated gate systems. So they're looking for somebody who has some sort of experience in that industry because it is quite specialised. And we need somebody who's got a Queensland restricted electrical licence to be able to undertake this particular role. So you will be trained up to an extent within the company, and then you will work fairly autonomously doing installs of electronic gates, electronic control systems, maybe even some CCTV and alarm systems as well. But it is predominantly based around the automated gates. That's what we're really looking for. So as I say, permanent full-time position, salary role with a company vehicle included in that one as well. We also have a new position that came through only yesterday for an apprentice landscaper in maintenance for a company based on the north side of the Gold Coast. So these guys mainly do high-end residential, and they also do a little bit of commercial work as well. So we're looking for someone there. This one is an open age, so you can be either a junior or anyone who's over 21. And you do need your own license and transport to be able to get to each work site each day. And we're looking for somebody who's got a passion within the horticulture industry. We had somebody that commenced with this particular company last year. They've worked out fantastic. So they now come back to us again saying, look, we've got an opportunity for another apprentice on our books. And again, that one will be doing a Certificate 3 in Parks and Gardens, and it is full-time. We also have a position going for an apprentice chef. And this is one of our clients that's on the north side of Brisbane in Sanford Village. And this one's a permanent full-time position, Certificate 3 in commercial cookery. They are an award-winning restaurant that you would be working for within the village there. And we're looking for somebody preferably who's young and keen and really wants to get a start within the industry, maybe has a bit of kitchen hand experience, a little bit of knife work, But even if you haven't had that sort of experience, but you are wanting to really get into the industry and you've got a passion for cooking, then you'd be somebody that we'd be keen to have a look at. So as I mentioned, it's permanent full-time Cert 3 commercial cookery, and we are open to a open age on this particular position. That restaurant, we also have a couple of positions going for wait staff. So we're looking for front of house for them. And we have both part-time and full-time positions going for their wait staff. So again, if you want to work in an environment that's more of a high-end a la carte environment, then and you've got a background in that area, then this could be a good opportunity for you. Nominal award wages apply for this particular one, and there are split shifts involved as well. We do prefer that you have your own transport purely because of location. They're a little bit harder to get to with public transport, so you really would need your own car or live within the village to apply for this one. We're also looking for a fencer landscaper that are based on the north side of the Gold Coast, and this position is on a permanent full-time basis. They are a commercial landscape company. The majority of their work is in Brisbane, so you don't necessarily need to come from the Gold Coast for this one. You can come from the Brisbane region. And it's as I say, permanent full-time role, and it's predominantly doing fencing within their commercial company. Now, there may also be some other landscaping that you would also assist with, but it is predominantly fencing. We're also looking for a landscape maintenance supervisor for the same company. Now, this one is based between the north end of the Gold Coast and Logan. That's where the majority of their maintenance is taking place. Now, this particular role, it's doing the maintenance of the projects that they've already built. So it's a commercial company, so they mainly do housing estates, but there's no actual residential involved. It's purely on the commercial side of things. And it's basically taking care of a lot of the streetscaping that they've done as part of their contract. So a lot of wide open spaces that you're taking care of. When they go in there and they do the developments on these places, they're generally sort of 50-acre lots, so it is quite large. So there's no sort of finer work involved in this one. It's mainly, as I say, open spaces and can be anything from mowing, whippersnipping, no real hedging, but pruning and certainly collection of rubbish and just doing general cleanups around the area. And they do it on a weekly routine. So if you are really into working in more of a wide open space rather than doing residential maintenance, this could be a really good opportunity. And you'll be running a team of, or a small team of the maintenance crew. So this one also comes with a company vehicle, all of the tools of the trade. They are based in Ormo. And again, we'd prefer somebody who's mainly coming from around the northern end of the Gold Coast for this particular role. So therefore, there's not too much travel involved. That one's also available for an immediate start. We're also looking for a company that are based in Sydney, looking for 2 apprentice landscapers for them. There's 2 different roles here. There's one that's more based up towards the Central Coast. These are both permanent full-time roles that we are looking for. They are both open age, and they're both Certificate 3 in Parks and Gardens. And they do a combination of both residential and some commercial work. So we've got one, as I say, that's based on the northern end of Sydney and up to around the Central Coast area. And we've also got one that's on the western side of Sydney as well that we're also looking for. Both of them are quite similar roles. And as I say, both of them are open to an open age applicant. And they're both available for an immediate start. Cert 3 Parks and Gardens is a qual, full-time. License and transport is required because, again, you do need to be able to get to work. Unless you do live near one of their supervisors, and as long as you can maybe get to their place, then they may consider you and be able to then take you to site. Both those roles, immediate start. We're also looking for an apprentice shop fitter. And we've got a couple of positions going with this company. They're based on the northern side of the Gold Coast, and we're looking for some fresh first-year apprentices for them. And we're also looking for potentially a second or a third-year apprentice shop fitter for them as well. So these guys do very specialised work. So if you're really looking for something that's either carpentry or cabinetry based, then this is a great opportunity. They do a lot of things like shop fit outs in places like Westfield shopping centres, and they can do some real high-end work and real custom work. So instead of, say, being based in a factory doing general cabinet making work, this one's a little bit more interesting as far as the different projects that they work on and some of the things that you're going to build. This is an open age position for all of the roles that we have with this particular company. Again, license and transport required so that you can get to work. And they will do a combination of both factory work, and you'll also do a combination of installation work. So again, really good opportunity for somebody here who loves working with wood, likes working with their hands, and really wants to make a career in that area. Working for a company that have been around for a long time and have got a really good knowledge that they can then pass down through to their apprentices. Immediate start on that one as well. We've also got a job going for one of our clients up on the Sunshine Coast, and this is for an apprentice plasterer. So if you're somebody that wants to make a start in the construction industry, not too sure where to go and what areas there are in construction, then this is a really good opportunity. Now this one, they do the internal walls and ceiling lining, and predominantly within residential homes. So we've already had 2 apprentices that have started with this company, and they started way back 3 years ago. They're still there, and they're not too far off coming through and completing their time. So it's a good sign that the employer that you'd be working for is a good company, and they really do take care of their apprentices. So it's a permanent full-time position, and we are looking at an open age on this one. So no restrictions on that one. Again, license and transport is a requirement for this one, purely because there is a little bit of travel involved in this particular role in getting to different work sites every day, but a really good opportunity for a career. And plasterers, believe it or not, can make really good coin. So if you're somebody out there that's looking at different options within the construction industry and haven't been too sure on what other options there are, this one's certainly worth considering. And that one again is for an immediate start. We're also looking for a structural landscape apprentice for one of our companies based on the north side of Brisbane. And these guys specialize in pools and landscaping. So doing, as I say, the structural side of things. So that's anything from literally from the ground up. So they'll go in there and do a complete demolition of somebody's yard, and then they'll go in, install a pool, and install the irrigation, and then do all of their landscaping from scratch as well. And that could be anything from planting trees, doing turfing, right through to building retaining walls, fences, all that sort of gear. So if you really do like working outdoors, you like building things, and you like seeing a finished product of what you've really assisted with the other team in producing, this is a really good opportunity. These guys produce some really cool work. So if you find out, or once you eventually find out who they are, we'll give you their Instagram page, and then you'll see the sort of stuff that they get up to. And it's a really good opportunity. Now, again, this one is an open age, so they are open to, those that are over 21. License and transport, again, is an criteria for this one. You do need to have that because the work sites do change on a weekly basis. And you'll do Certificate 3 in landscape construction. So great opportunity, great team. It's only a smaller company based on the north side of Brisbane, but there's a lot of opportunity with these guys. And I don't know, they really create some really cool stuff. So worthwhile having a look at this one. And that one again is for an immediate start. We've also got a position for an Apprentice Carpenter, and this is for one of our clients based in Sunbury. And this is a first year that they are looking for down there. We are specifically looking for a junior on this one. So we do need somebody who's under the age of 21. And basically these guys build houses from scratch. So it's a permanent full-time role. Certificate 3 in carpentry is the apprenticeship that you would be doing, and immediate start for this one. License and transport is a requirement. We'd like somebody who's had at least some sort of site experience, maybe has a basic tool belt and their white card, and just really sees that carpentry is the industry that they really want to get a start in. So immediate start for this one. Our client is ready and raring to go, has been now for a couple of weeks. So if you know somebody in that region that might be interested, then certainly forward them a copy of this video or of the job, and encourage them to apply. We've also got a position going for one of our clients, and this is a bit of a different one. It's for an Apprentice Glazier. So the way that we've actually titled this one is don't want to be a chippy, but you like working with glass. Well, this could be a good opportunity for you. So these guys do very similar work to what a carpenter would do on site, but they are working with glass. So they do the installation of glass panels, doors, windows, etc. And so there's a lot of skills that you will learn in this particular role that are similar to carpentry. There's an open age on this one. They are Brisbane based, and they do work all over the Brisbane region. So we would like somebody from within that sort of Brisbane location. They do also pay travel allowance on top of your normal wage. And again, really good culture within the company. We get a really good feel for these guys. Great opportunity to get a qualification under your belt that not too many people have out there in industry, and just opens up doors for you in the future, because again, it's quite a niche market, or quite a niche industry that you would be working in. So immediate start for that one. As soon as we can find somebody, then our clients are ready to go. We're looking for a garden maintenance team leader for one of our clients that are in Sydney. Now they're on the northern end of Sydney. This one's permanent full-time role, company vehicle, salary position, and they're looking for somebody who's got really good experience working in the horticulture industry, somebody who knows who can go out there and basically run a job, and they do high-end work in the residential industry as well. So great company. There's a great opportunity with these guys to also develop and progress your career. So if you're somebody out there that's wanting to maybe step up into a team leader role and you've been working as a general garden maintenance labourer, then it's certainly worthwhile considering this particular role because there is plenty of opportunity with this particular company. Immediate start for that one. And again, open age, we don't really care. As long as you can do the job, then we're interested in having a chat to you on that one. We've also got a position for a automotive accessory fitter. So this is for a company that are based in Brookvale, so in the northern suburbs of New South Wales, or Sydney, I should say. And this one is a permanent full-time role. It's working in their shop front, so they have retail outlet at the front of their premises where they sell the accessories, and then they've got a fitting bay behind there where that's where you'd be working. And it could be fitting anything from bull bars, spotlights, side rails, anything that you can think of that you can basically bolt onto a four-wheel drive. That's what they sell and that's what they specialize in. They also have an audio division. So if you've got a real interest in the audio side of things in automotive, then there could be an opportunity in there as well. So there could be a potential here of a dual role. We are looking for somebody who has some sort of background around the automotive industry. We really need somebody who knows their way around a car. If you've got a real keen interest in the auto electrical side of things, then this could be a really good opportunity for you as well. They're a well-known national brand that we are recruiting for. If you're out there watching YouTube or if you're out there buying anything for your forward draw, you'll certainly know who these guys are. And again, this is a permanent full-time role that we have going with them. There may be some weekend work involved on Saturdays, but yeah, great opportunity. And we are looking for somebody to start with them ASAP. We're also looking for an apprentice carpenter for one of our clients based on the north side of Brisbane. These guys specialise in renovations and high-end residential builds. So they have, they're based in Ascot on the north side of Brisbane, and it's a really good opportunity for somebody to come in there and learn how to build from the ground up right through to completion. So you'll learn all aspects of the carpentry trade with these guys. So it's Cert 3 in carpentry is what you would cover. It's full-time. They prefer a junior, but they are open to an open age applicant. And they're also open to second and third year applicants for this one, or applications for this one as well. So if you know anybody that's on the north side of Brisbane that is either looking to launch their career as an apprentice carpenter or continue their career maybe even as a second or a third year, then we'd be keen to hear for somebody on that one. This one's an immediate start. Again, license and transport is a requirement for this one because they do move around from site to site. Yeah, again, really good opportunity for somebody to get into the carpentry industry. We're also looking for a couple of apprentice mechanics, and this is for one of our clients that are based in Maruka, so on the south side of Brisbane. We've got a couple of dealerships in there that we are recruiting for, so it's working in the service department of a couple of new car dealerships. So a great opportunity to get into a position where you get to work, especially with the latest technology. So we've got a couple of first-year apprentice ones. It's Certificate 3 in light vehicle is what you would do. You do need a manual driver's license for this one. They do prefer a junior on this one, but they are open to an open age. And especially if somebody does have some sort of experience within the industry, then they'd certainly be keen for us to send you details through. So as I say, we've got a couple of positions going with these guys. They are an EEO employer, so they don't really care what gender, what nationality, etc. They're just keen to get somebody in there that's really got a keen interest in the automotive industry and wants to become a qualified mechanic. We also have a company that we have on the Gold Coast that are looking for an apprentice bricklayer. So we're looking for somebody who really has a keen interest in the building industry. There are a lot of qualified builders out there that start off as brickies or carpenters. So in this instance, we're looking for an apprentice bricklayer. Now, this company are open to open age. You will need your own license and transport, again, because the sites do change on a regular basis. But again, it's a really good foot in the door for somebody that ultimately sees their career as a builder further down the track. So you'll start off doing the hard yakka as a brickie to start with, but there's certainly a lot of future in this particular career if you see that you really want to go somewhere within the building and construction industry. So it's permanent, full-time, based on the north side of the Gold Coast, license and transport, and as I say, open age on this one too. So If you know anybody that might be interested in becoming a brickie and giving the industry an opportunity, we're keen to hear from them. And this one is also an immediate start for our client. If you're somebody out there that's a plant lover and you've maybe studied in horticulture and you've studied in design and you're interested in coming into the industry as a design assistant, we have one of our clients that are based on the south side of Brisbane that are looking for a garden design assistant for their landscape company. Really good opportunity on this one for somebody who's maybe even at university, completing their studies in landscape design and are looking for a part-time position to get a foot in the door. So this is a permanent part-time role. They are flexible with the hours on this one. And one of the main things that you do need for this one is landscape CAD. You need to have some sort of experience in this area and your knowledge of plants needs to be above average. So we are specifically looking for somebody who even has experience or knowledge based around Queensland climate and the horticulture and plants that are really based up here in Queensland, because that's where the majority of their work is. If you fall into any of those categories, maybe you even have worked in a nursery before and have landscape CAD experience, again, we'd be keen to hear from you on that one and see if we can put your details forward to our client. We also have another client based on the south side of Brisbane who are looking for an apprentice carpenter. Permanent full-time position, open age on this one. They do new homes from scratch and they build some pretty cool stuff. So at the moment, they're working on a couple of projects that are $1 million plus. And so you will literally learn from the ground up on how to build houses. They've put a number of apprentices through their business before. We've had some really good success with our apprentices through them as well. And so this is a permanent full-time immediate start for this one. License and transport again is a requirement because they do move around a bit. And you will need to have white card and your own basic tool belt to apply for this particular role. But we're keen to get somebody in front of our client as soon as possible. We've also got a company that are based down in Falconbridge, and so more towards the Blue Mountains area, and they're looking for a structural landscaper. So this is all residential stuff is what they do, and they're looking for somebody on a full-time basis. They are open age on this one. License and transport is a requirement, and they do, as I say, mainly residential structural landscaping, so it's more on the hard side of things, as well as doing some of the softer side with the planting and turfing, etc. But they do a lot of fence building, retaining walls, paving, all that sort of stuff. So if you're interested again in a structural landscaping position and you're around the Blue Mountains region in New South Wales, then this could be a great opportunity for you. Immediate start for this one. So our client is really keen and eager to get somebody on board. So if you know someone interested, please let them know about this one. We've got another position with one of our clients, which we've had this one before and they're looking again. This one's for an Rpe Fit Test Technician, which is a respiratory fit test technician. And so your role in this one is that you would be in a company vehicle and you would be basically going around to either work sites, hospitals, healthcare, so construction industry, even factories, and you're basically testing to make sure that people's masks they need to wear for work are fit properly. So very much a customer service role, very much on the road, so you need to be really okay with driving. For somebody who may be even looking at a rep type role, it's a similar sort of environment to being a rep out on the road. Most of their work is around the Brisbane region. There might be the occasional overnight stay here and there, but it is only occasional. And they could also work slightly obscure hours. It's not your standard Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, because they need to be a bit more flexible around their clients. And they could be even like early morning starts as far as the construction industry is concerned. So there needs to be a bit of flexibility there. But anyway, this one's a permanent full-time salaried role. Lots of opportunity, lots of opportunity to develop with this company and potentially grow with them as well, and future opportunities that they may have coming up. So as I said, it's a salaried position and it's an immediate start. We're also looking for an apprentice fabricator and sheet metal worker for one of our clients up at Cunda Parks up on the Sunshine Coast. This one's a permanent full-time role. It's a Certificate 3 in fabrication is what you would be doing. They do a lot of work around stainless steel. And so we are looking for somebody who's had some sort of experience in the industry and somebody who can do some basic welding. It is a part of what they do, and it is a requirement that you've got to have at least some sort of basic knowledge on how to weld. Open age, license and transport to be able to get to work. It's mainly factory-based. There's not too much work out in the field on this one. So if you know somebody who wants to get into fabrication and sheet metal work, then this is a really good opportunity to get in there with a small company who are quite diverse in what it is that they also manufacture. We also have a position going for one of our clients in Sydney, and this is in the residential landscaping maintenance division of their company. They have both residential and commercial. In fact, I think we would still be looking for people on both sides, but we are predominantly looking at the residential side for these guys. And again, they do a lot of high-end residential maintenance work. So we're looking for somebody who's got a real passion about the horticulture industry, has maybe got their Certificate 3 in Parks and Gardens already under their belt, or maybe even a Cert 3 in horticulture. And somebody who wants to work for a larger team that sees some opportunity and also some growth opportunity with them as well. So permanent full-time, open age, and they will also provide company vehicle on this particular role. So because they are looking for somebody more at that team leader level. So this is permanent full-time. They pay above award wage as well. So if you're looking for a little bit more money and you've got some great experience in industry, this one could be a great opportunity for you. And they're based in Castle Hill in Sydney. In fact, they've got 3 depots in Sydney. So we're happy to look at anybody from anywhere in Sydney at this stage and see where we can try and slot you in. We also have one of our clients in Sydney that are looking for an apprentice horticulture. It's a Certificate 3 in Parks and Gardens. Again, they do high-end residential work, very similar to one of the other positions that we'd already described earlier. So Cert 3 Parks and Gardens, full-time, and somebody who has their own license and transport to be able to get to work every day, and somebody who's keen on completing an apprenticeship and getting a trade behind them in this industry. And we're certainly finding at the moment that if you're interested in horticulture, there is plenty of opportunity out there right across Australia, and there's plenty of growth opportunity as well as an actual career. This is a really good way to get a foot in the door with the company. These guys are based on the north side of Sydney, so they would prefer somebody who's north of the bridge. So if you're interested again in the start in the industry, or even if you've worked in industry before but you would like to gain your Certificate 3, this is a great opportunity for you, an immediate start. Another one that we picked up over the last couple of weeks is a landscape estimator. This is for our commercial landscape company based on the north end of the Gold Coast. And they're looking for somebody who's come from within industry, preferably, who knows how to get out there and estimate on the positions on the construction side of their business, knows how to read plans, knows how to liaise with council, and also liaise with the project manager on once the tender has been won and accepted, on how they can then go through and complete the project. So this is a permanent full-time salaried role, and it's a fairly senior role within this company. And this particular company haven't had an estimator in there before. Their directors at the moment are the ones that currently do the estimating. So it's a newly created role rather than replacing someone. And so we are looking for somebody that they can get in and really trust with their business in being able to deliver on the estimation side of things. Maybe bring a few skills to the table that can also benefit the company. But they're certainly willing to pay for it as well. So we're quite open on the salary expectations on this one. Depending on where you are, company vehicle may also be included. So if you know anyone out there in the landscape industry or even the construction industry that have an estimating background, then we'd be really keen to hear from you. And we're ready to rock and roll on this one. So as soon as we can find the right candidate for them, they're ready to put them on and get them going. We're also looking for a landscape gardener for one of our clients, again, based on the south side of Brisbane, and their high-end residential is what they do. This is a permanent full-time position that we have going with them. They are looking for somebody in more of a senior role. So if you do have your Certificate 3 in Parks and Gardens already, that would be ideal, because then you would be responsible for also taking care of some of the apprentices that are coming through. And this is an award-winning company that we have that we're looking for. And we know ourselves that we've placed a couple of apprentices with them over the last few years that have gone through and won Landscape Industry Apprentice of the Year. So they really do take a lot of pride in what they do. They work on some pretty cool upmarket properties. And they just want somebody who really has a passion for the industry and really likes to fit in with the team, somebody who can then run a team. So again, there's a lot of opportunity in this particular role to start off in the landscape gardener role, but then potentially move up through their company as well. Permanent full-time role, license and transport purely to get to work. They're based in Sumner. And then from there, you'll basically take out either their work utes or their work vans out on site to then go and do the maintenance. So again, really good opportunity. And they're looking for a long-term person on this one, because most people that we've placed with this particular company in the past have lasted a number of years. So if that sounds like you and you're looking for a great opportunity, check out this one. We also have a position going for a company in WA, and they're based in Midvale in Western Australia, and they're looking for an apprentice sign and graphics. And basically what this entails is anything to do with sign writing. And that could be anything from the print aspect right through to the construction aspect, and also it could involve the installation side of things with their signs. It is predominantly factory-based for this one though. So if you've always wondered what it's like or what it takes to make signs, and you've always had a keen interest in that area, and maybe a keen interest in graphics and also an attention for detail, this could be a really good opportunity. This one's a permanent full-time role. License and transport, again, is required to be able to get to work every day. Yeah, just somebody who wants to make a start within the signage industry. Great opportunity, and it's a permanent full-time role. They're also open age on this one, so we are encouraging both junior and adult apprentices to apply for this one. So anyway, that's the wrap. There's quite a number of positions that we've got going out there right now, right across the country. If you're interested, check out our website, www.apprenticerecruit.com.au, and you can have a look at our job list that we have on there and certainly apply for any of the positions. We do throw a number of our positions up on Seek as well, but our website, to be honest, is the best way to go to have a look at any of these roles and then simply put through your application. We try and keep the application process as simple as we can. It generally takes somewhere between 3 and 5 minutes to put an application through, and we do get back to every single applicant that we get through for our roles. That's one of our things here, is that we're really trying to provide a great customer service, not only to our clients, but also to our candidates that are applying through our website and the different job boards that we use. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's where you'll see all of these jobs appear as well. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. And that way, as more positions come through, you can certainly be made aware of those straight away. So anyway, it's Kent here from Apprentice Recruit. Thanks.